Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below to our options trading live account, our Discord, along with our free options trading group on Facebook. But what I want to talk about today is fractional shares on Robinhood. I do want to say 2019 has been the year for the retail trader to start winning. And the reason why I say that is because of the brokerage wars and the competition that's enhanced these brokerages have trickled down to us, and we're able to choose between Charles Schwab, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, all these brokerages want to compete. They want to get control of your money, and when they do that, they're rolling out features. And one of those features is fractional shares. And I think it's the most groundbreaking thing that these brokerages are doing, and Robinhood has introduced it. Right now, it's just being rolled out, and it's going to start rolling out over the next few months. But what this means is you can buy as little or as much of any stock that you practically want. And I'm going to walk through some of the details here. So, Robinhood says you can get on the wait list, but Robinhood says you can invest any amount as little as $1. You can build a portfolio. So if you want to, right now Amazon's like roughly $1,800 a share. If you want to buy $1 worth of Amazon share, you can do that. And think about it: is if you've traded Bitcoin or any crypto before, instead of buying one whole Bitcoin, you put in, hey, I want to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. So you own fraction of one Bitcoin. And that's essentially is what Robinhood is doing. They're saying, hey, if you have $10, we'll give you one piece of Apple or one piece of SPY or one piece of Amazon. And they want to do that to control the money. And when that happens, what they're doing is Robinhood is actually going to buy one share of that and then split it between its customers based on the prices they have. So they need some backward infrastructure to do so. They need to have the back end working. We know that Robinhood has had some issues in the back end with their margin and stuff like that not working properly. So they're going to roll this out because it is pretty complex when you think about how to roll out fractional shares and the risk they need to take to actually make this happen. So let's get into what's going to happen. So like I said, they can divide up as low as 1/1,000,000th of a share on Robinhood. And that is, that's crazy. I think this is definitely going to bring a lot more liquidity to the market. So right now people are on the sidelines, and let's say you want to scale back some of your shares before an earnings report or something like that, you can do so, and you don't have to sell your whole position. If you want to sell half your position, you can. If you have one full share of Amazon is $1,800 and you want to scale that back to $900, you're able to do that. Or if you want to add to it over time, let's say you want to add every paycheck, you can do that, which is amazing. So I want to, the reason why they want to democratize financial services. They want to, they really want people to invest their money there is essentially what it happens. Because at the end of the day, whoever controls your money controls, the future of the company, because they're able to, Robinhood's going to be able to make more money off of interest off of the money that you're holding there, and also routing fees and stuff like that. But you can also trade these shares as well, and they trade kind of like crypto in dollars or in shares. So instead of saying, hey, I need to sell one share, two share, three shares, you could say, hey, I only want to trade $50 worth of this Apple share or this Amazon share. Instead of saying, right now on Robinhood or any broker, you're able to sell one entire share at a time. Here you're able to say, hey, I just want to chew off $500. I want to chew off $50, whatever it is, or if you want to add to your position as well. So you're able to trade in dollar amounts or share amounts, whatever makes sense for you. And you're able to, if you're over 25K, you're actually going to be able to day trade these as well. And the supported stocks, so they need to be at least over $1, and they have to have a market cap of at least $25 million. So that's going to bring down a lot of the penny stocks. But at the end of the day, probably shouldn't be trading penny stocks anyway. But there are some restrictions here. I think the interesting thing to me is how they control. They're going to be able to, control the shareholder rights for voting, your voting rights, and also dividends are they're going to be handling the dividend payments. Also, they're going to have something called DRIP, which is a dividend reinvestment plan. So when a stock pays out a dividend, like Coke, let's say it pays out a dividend, normally it sits in your account as cash. You're going to have the ability to automatically reinvest that back into more Coke stock if you want. So you could have it come as cash, but you could have a dividend reinvestment plan. So instead of you waiting for you to reinvest it, you can automatically reinvest it and buy more fractional shares with your dividends and making your shares increase with their dividends as well. And they're also going to be handling all the stock splits and all that. And they're making this really easy for you. And like I said, the technology behind this is going to be, pretty robust, and they don't want to have any mistakes. It's probably why they're rolling out slowly. Charles Schwab is also rolling it out. And I know like TD Ameritrade, they don't allow you to purchase fractional shares yet, but they do have a dividend reinvestment plan where you can buy fractional shares with your dividends. So they are doing something like that. They're not offering full fractional share support right now, but you can reinvest your dividends, which is pretty interesting. So, I think that in terms of Robinhood and what this does and how this takes off, they're going to get a very large market share. They're also charging no commissions for this. They just want to control your money because, just like I said, they do make money off the interest that you have in your account, the cash that you have in your account. But overall, I think bigger picture, I think this is going to add more liquidity to the markets. This is going to, make share prices go up or go down depending on how the stock market goes. Probably increase volatility. I'm very interested to see how this works out in the long run when more brokerages are starting to allow this, because they are going to want to compete. Because as soon as Robinhood, cut commissions, started out with zero commissions. These other guys, they were getting hurt. So, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, all these people, TD Ameritrade, they all now don't charge any commissions for stock purchases, and they lessen their commissions or have zero commissions for their options trading. They do charge, a contract fee for most of these brokerages, but, overall, Robinhood has, I would say, been a disruptor. I don't necessarily agree with their technology and the things that they put in versus the things that they take out, but you can't deny that they have been groundbreaking to the industry. They've caused the big guys who are managing trillions of dollars in assets to really think their business and change their business over what Robinhood is doing. I think that's amazing. I think it's great for the end user or the customer, which is us. It's going to create great competition. And at the end of the day, we're going to get better products. We're going to have a bigger majority of products to choose from. And we can put our money with what fits our trading lifestyle or our investment lifestyle or our profiles. So, if you watch this video to the end, thank you. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know that you watched this video to the end. If you liked it, hit the like button. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.